Hey guys, it's me Falco, and welcome back for another video. And in today's video, we're basically going to be going over the Timeless Darkcaster / Arcane Darkcaster class. It's a class built for soloing once again, and you do have a cool battle pet as you can see next to me. It is based off DOTs as well, and is now currently only available during Dage's birthday for the 2019 Dage collection chest. And yeah, it's for 2k ACs, but let's get started. Right, so to get the class, as I said, it is a Dage exclusive birthday thing now, so you just join Dark Birthday when it's up, go to birthday items. It is here, under Timeless Darkcaster. It's 2k ACs if you want to purchase it. You can't get it for Legion tokens sadly, so this will be the only method. Okay, so we're in the museum, and basically we'll go to Ore Enhancements as per usual, and there will not be an Ore Enhancement. I do recommend Full Wizard for this, and there's two options. I'd either go with Ore Blast, or you can go with Spiral Card, whichever one you'd prefer. Mana isn't really a problem with this class, so Mana Vamp and Health Vamp, really you can just throw them out the window, and Power Word Die is not really a good enhancement, is it? Unless you want to have some fun. But yeah, Ore Blast or Spiral Card probably your best options for this class, and that's about it. You'll have to bear with me if things seem more concise, but I've recorded this video twice now. And I've just realised that neither recording has audio from my microphone, but we'll talk about that later. For now, we'll go over the actual skills and what they do. And yeah, let's just get started. So your first skill, same with Immortal Darkcaster, it deals 100% of your spell damage, and then deals a 20% chance, has a 20% chance to stun your target for a second, which is nice. Your second skill, this applies up to 20 stacks of your DOT. So this is what you want to keep up with all your other skills. The buffs and debuffs from your other skills are very important, and it's just trying to keep them up at the same time, which is the big deal. But yeah, it goes up to 20 times, lasts for 10 seconds, and it has infinite range as it says, which is very nice. Your third skill, this decreases their chance to hit you by 15%, which is also nice. And also gives you a heal over time for 15 seconds, which is really great. The heal over time is a really nice sustain. And yeah, your fourth skill, we'll move on to that. So your fourth skill, as mentioned, both of these buffs and debuffs stack up to 5 times. So it reduces all damage you take by up to 25%, so 5% each time, and increases your magic damage up to 50%, so 10% each time, which is nice. And yeah, this is what summons the actual pet, as you can see here. If you're in combat already, or you already have a pet equipped, it won't show up. However, it will be there. And yeah, so that's all really for this skill. It's something you want to keep up, especially because you know it's some nice buffs. And your fifth skill, this is kind of annoying, but it does give you a 5-second stun. Now that makes you struggle to keep up your other buffs at the same time, but as long as you have the correct rotation, you can keep them up, but it's just a bit more inclusive, or another word which means that it needs your attention, basically. And as mentioned, it stuns you for 5 seconds. However, it gives you 20 seconds of reducing all mana costs, which is nice. And increases your DOT damage, which is your main damage on this class, and increases your haste by 30%, which is also very great. Along with this, I forgot to mention after just reading through this really quickly, is that it also regenerates your mana, but your mana isn't really a problem anyway, so I wouldn't worry, but it's a nice addition along to the fifth skill. Right, so we're in the layer as per usual, and before we actually start soloing the boss, I'll just talk about the rotation. So first of all, you can pre-stack your fourth skill, which I'll do while I'm talking here. So your fourth skill, as I mentioned, it will give you the nice buffs to yourself, so 25% decreased damage and 50% increased damage, which is nice. So what you'll start off with is doing your fifth skill, just to get the haste and whatever else. After your 5-second stun's done, you'll do your third skill, just to get the heal over time for the next part. And then you'll do your fourth skill again, just to keep the buff going. You'll press your 2 a bunch of times until your fourth skill's about to run out, and then you'll press your fourth skill again. Press your 2 a couple more times, press your fifth skill, and then go back to doing whatever. I'll basically explain it a bit better, and what I'm doing while I'm fighting the boss. But yeah, I'll press my fourth skill one more time and then I'll start fighting. So there we go. I'll press this. Hopefully drag him over. I'll press my 4th skill again. And then I'll just be pressing my 2 over and over and over again. As you can see, my 4th skill in the top left is almost going to run out. Then I'll press that. I'll press my 2 skill a couple more times. Then I'll press my 5th skill. Get the haste buff. And then as soon as it's about to run out, I'll press my 4th skill again. I missed the 5th skill, so that's the reason why my 4th skill is gone. However, you know, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. We are going to fight Aranx after this, so I won't worry too much. 5th skill's about to run out, I'll press my 5th skill again. As you can see, before the 5th skill stun runs out, you can press your 4th skill again. And then you can keep stacking your 2nd skill before that runs out. So it does work all together. However, I just made a slight mistake. And it doesn't take too long to stack up. But the DOT does go up to about 6k for me, so 5.8k I think is a maximum. But yeah, it's a very nice class. It's just very inclusive and more attentive than other classes just because you have to pay attention on your buffs and debuffs. But yeah, let's move on to Aranx and I'll show you it really quick there as well. Right, with Aranx, I just remembered that I haven't got any weapons equipped. So I had to fight Aranx one time and now we're going to refight him again. Basically what I'll do, I'll preset my 4th skill, speed it up, and basically fight him, come back to you as per usual, and I'll include some white text in the bottom left just in case you missed the rotation in the first part of the video. But yeah, let's go. Right, so there you go. As you can see, that was a fairly easy fight. The sustain is fine, but the DOT goes up to about 6.7k, which is a really nice DOT overall. Soloing capabilities, as long as you keep up your debuffs and buffs and know what you're doing, it can be very nice. So let's move on to the next part, and then we'll go to the conclusion. Okay, so we're in the Ice Storm Arena, and I'll show you the farming capabilities. Really nothing to write home about. It is a class which isn't really built for farming. I wouldn't recommend it for farming in any capability, and there are way better farmers which are easier to get and are way cheaper to get, like Blazebinder and other stuff like that. But if you want to use it for farming singular enemies, you can. It won't have a problem with sustain or anything, but it's really not the best and really shouldn't be used for farming overall. Right, so we're back home and we'll talk about the class in general. PvP wise, I wouldn't use it in PvP. I didn't record any PvP because it wouldn't do well or perform well in PvP. It isn't a PvP themed class at all. You'd have to wait to get your DOTs up, and that would be a pain because people are dodging and everything else. But yeah, I really wouldn't use it in PvP. And farming is also going to be under the same radar, whereas there are better farming classes. It's not bad. However, it is a solo boss class type thing, and that's what it's built to do. It's built for soloing, so that's what I'd focus it more on. Soloing wise, it can be very good, but it is very inclusive and you need a lot of attention for it. It's very attentive needing. But overall, if you can keep to that attention needing for the buffs and debuffs, then it can be a very nice class overall. However, the 5-second stun is super long and makes you struggle to get the right rotation and also to keep up your buffs and debuffs at perfect timing, because that's what's going to keep them up. You need to do the right rotation and you need to get the timing down fairly well, otherwise it will be a bit of a struggle. Now overall, is the class worth 2k ACs? I don't know, it's up for you to decide. I collect classes, so I obviously will be keeping this class anyway. But it's a nice class. There are better soloists out there, which you could probably get for 2k ACs as well. Sustain wise though, pretty good. Soloing damage wise, also pretty decent, so it's not terrible. But yeah, you may want to look at some other classes before you decide to purchase this, unless you really want it and like the Legion or Darkcaster themed things and whatever else. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. My Twitter's in the description if you want to go search that up. Also, like the content. If you do like the content, comment if I've missed anything out. Also, subscribe if you like the content, because that helps loads. I've been trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, or I will be trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers eventually. So, one subscriber extra, always wonderful, always another person who can enjoy my content and I can share my content with, which is what the main goal is. Basically, to get a big community of people in which I can help, basically with classes and whatever else I can find to do in AQW. But yeah, I want to thank you so much for interacting with the content first of all and watching the video. And yeah, I hope that you have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.